Is that your phone saying I'm live?
Chuck. Sure is.
Four State and Washington County.
Get turned down here. Fourth state.
Yes, sir.
Washington County. Done deal.
All right, we're good to go. I already got seven.
Five. Yeah, I was gonna say you got five on
I hit seven,
eight.
like eight. Good lord, that was
You
fast.
lied.
They're ready. They want it. They're here. We're ready to go. Why don't we just cut to the chase?
Cut to the chase.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to a special edition of Washington County Flag Football Live Uncut. I am your host, Joey Blaze. Joining me tonight, as always, is Ross Collins.
I mean, you are on my couch, so of course I'm here.
You're always here, except for when I do shows at other people's houses.
Or when I'm on vacation in your house sitting.
This is always true. I do get, I do get love doing it. It's great. Joey, what jersey is that next to Pure Chaos? That is the Warriors.
That's the Warriors.
The Warriors.
Who that's that?
Jeremiah Rodriguez. J-Rod. Remember J-Rod?
Uh-huh.
J-Rod's a beast, man. Former Duck. Shout out. All right, let me make sure my guest is watching. Let us first talk about the first game of the week, one of only two. We're talking about Broad Axe versus X-Dogs. And let me tell you,
Classic matchup.
always a classic matchup when those two face. The best rivalry in the WCFFL by far since 2007. But I'll tell you, I think Broad Axe really showed something the other day against the X-Dogs.
It seemed like it took them a little while to get going, but once they got going, it was...
Well, the X-Dogs, they came out inspired early on. Matt Eisenberg gave one of the best speeches that I've ever heard for a pregame in my life.
Yep.
It was very inspirational, very motivational. Both teams came out on fire. X-Dogs on the board first with a Mikey Scunyon touchdown reception. Yeah, Mikey Scunyon joining the X-Dogs in the off season. What do you make of that move, Ross?
I was kind of surprised to see it, but I like it.
I like it too. We were wondering where Scunyon would end up at. I thought maybe Ruckus could be an option. Pure Chaos was something I thought about too. Maybe even Misfits, but he's on X-Dogs, and I think that's a big addition, especially with the loss of Tyler Baum in the offseason. And joining us right about now is the man himself who started as center for Broad Axe, Mr. Tom Hoffman.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Tom?
What's up, Ross Rooney?
So, Tom, victorious again the other day, 27-6. How's it feel to finally beat X-Dogs for the first time in 3 years?
It hasn't been that long, man.
The
Matt's
last
been
time
hounding
you beat
me,
him,
so
Grable was quarterback.
is that right? Well, we were due to get one on him then. Matt was hobbled. We finally stole one back from him a little bit.
Yeah, I was very impressed by the performance by the Broad Axe defense, holding the X-Dogs to 6 points. The opening drive was a little rough, but after that, you guys didn't allow a single point the rest of the game.
Yeah. I mean, when they went right down the field on that first drive, I thought, here we freaking go. But our guys played lights out the rest of the game, man. I was impressed.
Yeah, I was impressed as well, Tom, as Broad Axe, the offense was executing. Timmy Townsend looked very sharp out there in his second year. A lot of confidence, a lot of poise. And, if we go off that game, I would say Broad Axe might be a contender, but I think this weekend, Tom, presents a much different challenge for you guys.
No, I agree. Misfits always brings it. Last time we played them was, I believe, at Northern Middle, and we were close with them. I think we played them one or two times that year. But like I say, they're always physical. John Regan always puts a good squad out there. Those guys have been playing together for a while now together. So I'm looking forward to it. I think we're pretty evenly matched. We'll see after Saturday. But like I say, I think it'll be a good bar to see where we're at.
I think so too, and I'll tell you, there was speculation, rumor that Broadax was trying to go back on the circuit this year. I feel like this game against Misfits would be a good test to see where you guys stand on terms of playing on the circuit going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the biggest thing was finding a quarterback to play on the circuit. You know, even when we had Clancy, he wasn't going to play on the circuit with us because he was going to play with the Bullets. But once Timmy kind of fell in our lap, you know, I felt pretty comfortable. And before the COVID hit, I was ready to go. We were definitely going to do Ocean City. Um, I, as far as interest last year, if the tournament right after our season would have been in Hagerstown, I think we would have played. But because of the weather and how cold it was and stuff, our guys kind of petered out and weren't really interested in what used to be the Mason-Dixon tournament. So we didn't have enough for that. But we would have definitely went to Ocean City. I got a couple guys that are young that are, you know, just turning 21 or getting ready to. So it could have been a party atmosphere down there, get to know everybody, have a little fun. It would have been a good time because we would have rented some condos and played some drinking games and you know, introduced everybody to the Broadax Miller Lite ways.
I think that would have been awesome and a great experience, but you know, there's always 2021 right now. I feel like this extra year does give time to give you guys a chance to prepare, to enter a tournament, and be ready for 2021. I think this year, this game, I believe, with Misfits is going to be the perfect measuring stick for you guys.
Yeah, I agree. Like you say,
A lot of circuit experience on that team from what I've been hearing on terms of roster.
Yep. I mean, I checked in all the rosters, so they got 40 guys on their roster. It just depends on who shows up on Saturday, but like I say, they always travel pretty well. So I expect a strong squad from them, and hopefully just as good a turnout as what we had last week to match up with them.
That's going to be a good game. That is the game of the week. Broadax versus Misfits. Only the second time these two teams have played. Like I said, the last time was 2018. You guys met over in Northern Middle. But you know John Regan very well from the many years he was on Mayhem and Red Knights. So
Right.
You know what he and his company brings to the table. But it's going to be much interesting to see what this Misfits team is because, oh, yeah. I've seen a lot of the names who've joined the four-state page in the last 3 weeks. And they all say added by John Regan, and there are a lot of big names on there. I'm excited. This is going to be a good game. I think this is going to be the biggest test for Timmy to date.
They got rained out last week, so I'm sure they're raring and ready to go. I'm sure they played on Sunday in somewhere, so they didn't get a shutout for the weekend. But like I say, I know their game got rained out last week in our league, so they were probably raring and ready to go. So this will be their opening game in our league, and they haven't played in our league in a couple of seasons, so I'm sure they're biting at the bit to get after it.
I think so too, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they bring to the table this weekend, Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, actually, 12 o'clock kickoff. Broadax Misfits. I'm looking forward to it. Anything you want to address at all, Tom, from this last weekend?
From a league standpoint, I apologize to the 4 teams in the last 2 games. If anybody was there close to me at the field, I was standing under a tent, so I wasn't getting soaking wet, and I had the park guard standing right beside me, telling me to cancel the last 2 games. I had to beg him to let us play the second game. Like I say, I kind of danced around that one, got him to let us play that second game, but there was no way he was going to let us play the third and fourth game. And then, you know, of course, the rain stops after that second game. It rained the whole way through that second game, probably worse than what it did in the first game. But I mean, I'm not making excuses. It's a long season. I think in the long run, we made the best decision anyway, even though the sun came out in the afternoon. But like I say, I apologize. I know teams were looking forward to playing. Everybody likes playing the rain a little bit anyway, but it's a long season. It was only the first week of the season, so that field's going to get torn up. But we'll try to keep it in the best shape we possibly can. Luckily, I got no emails, which I don't see how we could. It was pouring down rain, so I don't think anybody was out there kind of hawking us to see if we were doing anything bad. But from a league standpoint, pretty much everybody has their paperwork in. All teams have their waivers filled out. All captains have their waivers filled out. I have as many waivers turned into the county as possible. So we're in good shape as that goes. Got to get the field painted this week before we play on Saturday. But other than that, like I say, it was a kind of crappy week. Stupid hurricanes come up. You can't really do anything about it. But it's rained all this week, so that field's soaked up some water. Hopefully we did a good job aerating it on last Saturday, and it's ready to go this Saturday, and the weather holds out for us. And be nice to play in some sunshine instead of some pouring down rain.
I agree 100%. Trust me, I'm not a fan of holding that umbrella while trying to hold a tripod at the same time.
Well, and that's the last thing I was going to say. I want to thank our media guys for being out there. Appreciate your hard work. It's not easy on you on a normal day, but to be out there in the pouring down rain doesn't make it any easier either, and especially on a year where we definitely need you guys because we're not supposed to have spectators and such out there. But I think as the season goes on, that rule will be a little bit lax as long as guys are spread out a little bit and away from the field. So,
well, the good news is we have entered phase 3 of reopening in the state of Maryland.
Exactly, and I'm actually going to check with the park director this week and see what that means for us, to see if we can lighten up on being so strict about not having teams out there watching other games. I mean, he's not going to lighten up on the drinking alcohol or smoking or any of that, but I mean, it'd still be nice to be out there kind of checking out games.
Yeah, I think that'd be great, especially if we can get it to have some kind of game day atmosphere there, which the atmosphere on Saturday was good. The vibes were good. The games were good. It was a good time Saturday. I didn't notice much of a difference compared to most other league years. The only thing is it didn't smell like weed the whole time.
And it shouldn't. It should not smell like weed the whole time. I mean, it is a county family park. People go walking by there all the time with their dogs. So like I say, it should not smell like weed out there, and alcohol should not be visible. That burns me to say that, but that's the rules we got to play with.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But I will have to say the beers at Broadax on Saturday were especially cold after getting that first W from X Dogs on Saturday. That's the only jab I'll get in on the X Dogs is the beer was cold.
That's the most satisfying part at the end of the day.
Yep. Can't beat that W on opening week, man.
Especially with the beers.
Yeah, you got that right.
All right, Tom, if you don't get anything else, we'll let you go. Have a good night, sir. We'll see you Saturday for Broadax Misfits, 12 p.m. here on Joey Blaze.
All right, fellas. I'll catch you guys on Saturday. See you boys later.
See ya. Tom Hoffman joining us. Second game of the day was the program over the Spartans, 15-12, in a game that honestly could have been worse. But, no, Cam, you've not missed call-ins. But, it was still good to get some action in there, but it wasn't popular, everything that went down. The Spartans don't look any better. I'm not gonna. Hey Maddox, what up? Spartans don't look any better.
My brother's not letting me sleep.
Oh, real? So Spartans don't look any better. Why do you think they don't get any better, Maddox?
Because they're not a good team.
You don't think they're a good team? Nah. Okay. Program. They got the win though. What do you think of program right now?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah, I think program looks pretty sharp. T.J. Williams at quarterback. They had Dion Page. I guess they have him still. I'm trying to actually get him added. Hold on. Let me send a message real quick.
What?
Sending him. What up? So basically, 15-12 the final there. Hold on. I always hate it when I have to do it like this, but you know how it goes. 15-12 was the final. Defensive game for the most part. Spartans offense, like I said, couldn't get going. They had a hard time for the most part getting going. Keenan and company, it just looks like the same exact offense as last year. I don't know what it is, but it's as if nothing has changed. And that's the same as terms of success, is that they just haven't been able to turn that corner yet. And truthfully, looking at it, they needed this win. They really did. Because they've been practicing nonstop. They faced program numerous times over the summer. They should have a good idea of what to expect, but in the end, 15-12 was the final. Spartans unable to get the victory. And yeah, overall, I just don't see it right now with the Spartans. But we'll get to that in the power rankings. We'll see. We'll talk about them more. That'll be momentarily. Yeah, we're gonna try to get you in eventually, Dion. Let's try that in a few minutes. I'm gonna try that again in a moment. Let me see if it works. No indication. Yeah. So 15-12 was the final. Other two games that were supposed to happen, Warriors Ruckus rained out. Who does that benefit is the question. In my opinion, it benefits Ruckus a lot. They had a lot of semi-pro guys who were supposed to play that day. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think Ruckus is over there doing the rain dance, man.
I mean, but honestly, when I look at it, Ruckus benefited from having it because who knows what they would have had. Because you got to remember, Ruckus had attendance problems all off season.
Right.
So that game, but then again, the Warriors, we didn't see much of the Warriors in the off season. Well, that's partially my fault because most of you were hanging out with TBT, and the rest of you were assigned to Ruckus. But that's a whole other day for a whole other story. But that benefits Ruckus a lot, in my opinion. Because who knows what they would have had that day.
Right. I know what I would have had.
I don't know what you got.
Yeah, I don't have nothing.
Yeah, I feel that. Try again now. And the other game that didn't get to happen was Misfits Pure Chaos. And honestly, that was a benefit for Pure Chaos.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. They have to wait until week 3 to play, which sucks for them. But at the same time, 2 more weeks to prep. They don't have to open with Misfits. I think their opener now. Let me double check.
Did they play this weekend?
They don't play this weekend. They are off this weekend. Misfits are off. Or Pure Chaos is off. Dude, I got Misfits on the mind, man.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what this team has.
I forgot they played Broad Axe this weekend also.
Looking at it now, Pure Chaos, they're going to be opening instead with, well,
Well,
Broad Axe.
ooh, that's rough.
Yeah. Maybe it doesn't get easier. I mean, they do play the Spartans a week later. We'll see how it goes for Pure Chaos. I'm getting a request. Is this Dion again? It's still not working. Facebook's not letting you in, Dion. I don't know what to say anymore, bro. I've tried it 5 times. The only thing I can advise is to exit the stream and re-enter, because that's the only way it works.
I think that'll work too.
But let's
Fully exit Facebook app, come back into it, go to Jerry Blazes Live, and then try again.
Yeah, that's what Ross is suggesting.
Think
Leave
it'll
the
work.
app completely. Like, exit the app, refresh it, come back in, and it might let you come back. I got a request again. It's Dion. Still not working. Let's move on to the power rankings. Number 9 is Pure Chaos because I can't really say anything. I mean, they did benefit from this week not happening in a way. More time to prep.
Are we doing power rankings?
Yeah.
I missed half the show. Sorry.
We already recapped the games. I didn't have much to write home about with Spartan's program.
Oh,
That
that's
was.
right. In the Warriors game, it rained.
Oh, yeah. What Warriors game?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Moving on, power rankings.
Number 9, Pure Chaos again. Nothing to say about them this week. They did benefit from getting 2 more weeks to get ready, but at the same time, who knows what could have happened against Misfits. Markel Simpkins could have gone off for 100 yards
True.
and 3 touchdowns.
If he did, he'd probably make at least 5 posts about it.
6.
By the way, have you ever noticed that? In the admin tools and stuff, you can see, like, posts. He posts a lot. He's number 1 in the last, 2 months. Number of posts.
I believe it. All right, off Markel Simpkins. Moving on now.
Moving on.
Number 8, Spartans. Spartans, honestly, that offense is a mess. They still can't get anything going. Defensively, they could have given up more against program. Dion was tearing them up in that game.
Yeah.
Like, did you see the play where he was live streaming on the field and he ran a route?
I came back into it after that, but I heard it was pretty well.
It was wild, man. I think he caught the ball too. If I'm wrong on that, correct me, Dion. But Spartans need to figure out their offense fast. Because the last thing they could afford is an 0-2 start. Because they're losing a lot of momentum quickly. And this is a team that's practiced every single weekend for an entire offseason. They were very actively during COVID season. They should be better than this. They really should.
Sure.
Number 7, Ruckus. No game again. So not much to really write home about. Number 6. Actually, is he even watching still?
We can.
He's coming up. As soon as I get to the Warriors. If I get this to work. But Ruckus sitting at number 7. No game again. Hard to tell what could have happened. They could have won. They could have lost.
I have a feeling they would have lost, but whatever.
You think so, Ross? I don't know. We'll never know. Joining us right now, if we can actually see him. There he is.
What's up? You know, into the light I go.
Yep, that's Damian Maddox.
What's up? What's up, Maddox?
He just walked away like a zombie for some reason.
What's up,
Good old
man?
kid.
Just woke up from a nap.
Anyways, Damian, Ruckus back in action this week, but you guys got a challenge on your hands in the form of the Misfits.
Yeah, I know.
A
Should
team
be
that you're
fun.
very familiar with.
Yeah. Well, maybe not this Misfits team. Well, I played against most of the guys, so it should be fun. A nice test. See where we're at.
I'm looking forward to it. Last time didn't go well for Ruckus, 24-0 back at the Winter Chiller. That was some kind of Ruckus team, I guess. Memories
Yeah,
of
I
that
know. I saw
24
some.
nothing game.
Yeah, I remember that.
We'll bring up a better one. The last time you guys met in county, 2018. I just posted it earlier today. Ruckus Misfits, the semifinals of the Washington County Flag Football League.
Yeah, that was fun. I think that was the year after I left the program. Well, the season. Yeah, I went back to Ruckus, so and we went to the championship and lost.
Yeah, I remember that game. It was a very intense one. Ruckus jumped up early to a 10-0 lead and never looked back. But this is going to be a much different Misfits. We've already seen some of the names who popped up on the four state page. So we have an idea of who they got. We also know the core Regan usually brings. But the question is, who else is a Misfit? Who else is coming?
I don't know. I don't really care. I'm just gonna go out there and play football.
All you can do, Damien. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
I know you can handle it, though. You've been out in the circuit before. You've faced some of these guys on numerous occasions. So I have a feeling
Well,
that
yeah.
you guys will come ready for this game on Saturday.
I hope. I hope we come ready.
How are things going in the Ruckus camp these days?
Well, we didn't play last week. Well, hopefully better. At least Brunswick doesn't have a game, but I know they have practice, so we'll see what happens.
A lot of question marks going around with the Orangemen right now. It's a matter of, I feel like, attendance. And I feel like that's going to ultimately determine whether you guys can even win this game.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people's work schedules on Saturday and shit like that, but I'll be there. Our main core and stuff will be there, so what I mean. I think we'll be all right. Hopefully, it's not like the Winter Chiller. That's what I'm rooting for. You know what I mean? So we're just gonna go out there and play ball, see what happens.
That's all you can do, man. That's all you can do. Wish you the best of luck on Saturday, Damien. Anything you want to add tonight?
Nope. Not really. Just play ball. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Damien. Look forward to seeing you on Saturday as Ruckus takes on the Misfits.
Later, dog.
Yeah, I know it fucking sucks. I just realized the following week they rescheduled that Warriors game, and I don't know if I'm trying to play 4 games next weekend.
4 games next
Double
weekend?
The 12th. We play the Warriors and I think Showtime. Yeah, I think the fact that you ranked us higher. I know Andy makes a schedule. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate you for that strong starting off schedule you gave to us. I appreciate it. Much love.
Andy's showing a lot of faith in the Ruckus team early on.
He definitely did. Like Ruckus got it. They're better than the Red Knights.
They did finish higher than them in the all-decade power rankings.
Oh yeah, that's good. Our schedule shows it. Much love. I appreciate it. Thank you, Andy, so much. I didn't make the schedule. Oh yeah.
Oh God.
I asked Dustin. I was like, "What did you do to him? What did you do to that man?"
Let me look at the schedule. I want to see how tough it gets for you guys.
Our
Oh
schedule is
boy.
like starting off is pretty strong.
You got Misfits, Ruckus, then it's Showtime, Warriors, Broad Axe, X Dogs. You don't play Pure Chaos and Spartans to the end of the season.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Y'all got yikes. Double yikes. Best of luck, Damien. Best of luck.
But you know what's a good thing about it? Everybody goes to the playoffs, so it is what it is.
Ruckus as they take on the Misfits Saturday at 1:30. Thank you for
Bring your
joining us,
pop.
Damien.
Yeah.
We look forward to that great matchup. All right, Damien. I'll see you later.
All right, I'll see you, man.
And Coach, join us. Moving on now to number 6 is X Dogs. Yeah. Week 1, not looking good. The offense struggled. The defense was dominated. Broad Axe had their way with them. It just wasn't a good game for the X Dogs. 27-6 loss.
Started off real good, but went downhill. It seemed to go downhill real fast.
Oh, it definitely went downhill fast. So moving on to number 5. We got the Warriors.
Hey,
Yeah, once again, nothing happened. But joining us right now from the Warriors, if it lets me add him, we'll see how it goes. I couldn't get Dion on, but I've gotten everybody else on.
Joining us right now. You got headphones, Cam?
No.
No.
Is it gonna work? No, Ross has my headphones.
Oh, well, there's the problem. Sorry, Cam. No going.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going. Hey there, buddy.
All right, man.
All right. Well, thanks anyway.
Yeah, well, tell Ross to bring me my headphones.
Bring him his headphones.
All right, see you.
See ya.
Cam Schiffer joining us. Moving on now.
remember I found headphones? They ended up being Cam's.
Yeah, they were Cam's phones.
Yeah.
That's funny. We'll get the KFFL after this.
I mean, he's got a trailer, a big old F-250. You think he'd have one more pair of headphones, but it is Cam, so headphones probably messed with his mashed potato brains. They probably put a little bit of gravy in there. He don't know what's going on anymore when he puts headphones in.
Oh boy. Number 4 in the power rankings is the program. The Cramley had a nice start to week 1, and they looked really sharp. Cam says he might have headphones. We'll see if we can get them on. Let me know if you do. I'll try to get you for another interview. But looking at it, program number 4, they looked better going into the game. The defense looked great. Offensively, they should have scored more than what they did. A lot of penalty yards called. That called a lot of scores back. Didn't quite work out for the program. But in the end, they won the game. That's all that matters. Number 3 is Broad Axe. Broad Axe looked fantastic. The offense was clicking. The defense was dominant. X-Dogs didn't have an answer for them after they went up 6-0. Broad Axe went up 27-0 right after that, and they never looked back. Cav's got headphones. So let's try this interview again. We'll try it again. But yeah, I got Broad Axe number 3. We talked to Tom earlier.
Cam, What are you
So,
ready for coming up
do
this
what?
season? I said, what are you ready for this season?
I want to play the Spartans, to be honest
Yeah,
with you. Yeah, I mean, I like Don. He's a good dude, but he thinks that practicing every day is going to outbeat talent, and it's not going to work.
you think so, Cam? You don't think the practice is going to be enough?
Nah, they don't gel as a team. You could see that in the scrimmages. They had a different quarterback every other week.
There was a bit of controversy going on there in the summer with Keenan Pooler and Kyler Todd, to the point where we were wondering, would Kyler be the starting quarterback?
I mean, Kyler surprised me. Like, I'm not going to lie, Kyler, you're a good dude, but I was dogging you on the sidelines. I was like, who's this little kid they got playing quarterback? And he came out and surprised the crap out of me. He's an athlete.
Yeah, very impressive athlete indeed is Kyler Todd. Um, but the Spartans, they have struggled. You look at that week one game against Program, they couldn't move the ball.
No, not at all. Not at all. And the thing is, it's really shocking is it's not for size on the offensive line. They probably have pound for pound the biggest offensive line in the league.
Yeah, they have many bodies too. It's not as if they are weak in that position. They have the potential and what it takes, but for some reason, something just isn't clicking over there in Sparta.
I don't know, man. Sometimes you just don't have the right group of people. It doesn't mean you're not good. You just don't have the right group of people to mesh. Like being with the Warriors, we came from getting beat 45-0 every game. You know what I mean? To being someone who can be possible contenders. So it's like we've had the core group of people that mesh well together the whole time. And I think that plays a big role in it. Just like Broad Axe, you know what I mean? Same thing. They mesh well. Tom's always finds guys that kind of fit their kind of scheme. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Tom's always been good at that, and that's been the biggest key to their success. Whereas the Spartans, if you look at it over time, Don's record since he took over when he first founded the Spartans is 13-38.
Yeah, that's some Redskin or Washington football team stuff. That's unacceptable.
That's unacceptable.
And that's,
You got Cam back, eh?
yeah, Cam found headphones.
My man. What's up, Cam?
What's up, buddy? Make sure you bring my headphones.
Okay.
Already in the bag.
Buddy.
If you find my wallet, let me know too, because I lost that over the last 48 hours as well.
Whoa.
Oh, my goodness, Cam.
I'm used to it. I keep spare everything, spare debit card, spare license, everything.
I'll call mashed potato rice.
Damn, Cam.
Yeah, right there. The old Andy Huffman elbow scar.
I remember that elbow he gave you last year. That was a shiner.
Got some sharp ass elbows for a big boy. That's all I'm gonna say.
You got to watch them things, man. They're lethal weapons.
Yeah.
Hi.
Stop.
Yeah.
But no, I'm looking forward to playing the Spartans, though, Joey. I really want to play the Spartans. I want to play the Misfits too, like in Showtime, because honestly, no disrespect to Broad Axe, but just looking at the paper, like on paper, they're the best two teams in the league. On paper, I want to play the best. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best.
That's the thing. I feel like I agree with that sentiment. And we're just going to go ahead and spoil the power rankings for the final two positions. Number two, we don't have any refs for now. We'll actually do an interview after this. But I got number two right now being the Misfits, obviously. So it's going to be no change because neither team played. But Misfits number two, they have so much OMFFL/MACL talent coming that it's going to be something to be. Oh, you're just mad because you're sitting at fifth right now.
It's all right.
I mean, do you guys think you're better than the program who sit ahead of you at number four?
Nah, we're not even better than the Spartans. Underrate us.
Oh yeah, no. We are some shit too. It's not even because of the Warriors. Your power rankings are some shit. If I was to do it,
Oh yeah, what do you got?
if I was to do it, who lost first? X-Dogs, right?
Yeah, X-Dogs had the worst loss on Saturday.
Right. They're number what? 9?
6. Number 9?
Number 9.
Number 9?
Listen to me. Number 9 is X-Dogs. Number 8 is what? Spartans, right?
Yeah. I'm not bumping Chaos to 7. I'm not bumping Chaos to 7.
So you put listen, the way I do this, 1-0, 1-0, all that number 1, number 2, front,
So do you think Chaos would have won if they played Misfits on
and then
Saturday?
the ones in between that, just strength, you put them however you want, and then the last two should be the 0-1 and 0. That's the way the power ranking should work, especially with one division, because playoff, it's all one.
I'm not dropping the X-Dogs to 9.
You should put that X-Dogs to 9 as first one. You don't want to have lost.
If you think they're the number 9 team in this league, you're in for a rude awakening next weekend.
That's not what I'm saying. Right now they are not.
And what?
If you went off of record,
I'm sorry, but Pink Chaos hasn't played a game yet.
you go off record and point.
But they got Markel Simpkins.
So they should be number 7.
They should be number 1.
Point differential on record. That's the way it should work.
No, it doesn't because they play different caliber of teams.
We're not incorporating anything else that you know. Clearly,
Bro, I've been doing power rank. You realize I've been doing this since 2015.
And I always told you.
You never always told me you weren't there the first 3 years.
Yeah, you're right.
You just mad because you're sitting at number 5. Win some games and convince me that you're worth it.
Like I said, the ones in between 1 and 2 and 8 and 9 are just a crapshoot. They're all
Daddy, I
L.
want to watch something else.
No,
Everything
you sit your ass down.
Here, Daddy.
That's how power rankings should work.
No,
You go
it
off of
doesn't.
record and you point at that.
When 2 games get rained out, I'm not going to award Chaos by having a bye week by putting him at 7.
Just saying. That's just one playoff.
Now, that said, let's see how it looks next week. But number 2, Misfit, and number 1, Showtime. You think we'll see. You got to be. It's a bold statement to make, Ross.
That's an interesting way about the way I did it. Because week to week it'll change like a play.
That's how I used to do it, and everybody did.
You go back to that because it's all in playoff though.
No, I like my way better.
Go back to it's all in playoff.
Stufu, please, back to the subject. Kenny Diener says, come on, let's go. No, he said we're talking about Warriors.
We're not talking about.
I'm entertaining about Warriors. Why are you arguing?
Kansas sitting there all just.
Nah, man, me and my man are watching Blaze, so
Me and my man are watching Blaze.
Our rankings are
we're good. I'm waiting on you two to get done.
I'm trying to end the conversation.
I'm telling Joe these power rankings are some shit. Should go off of record and point difference. I'm not even mad about the Warriors being number 5. I didn't even bring that up. You did.
Oh, boy.
That had nothing to do with where we are. That's
Kenny says, let's go.
Fuck Kenny, he's from Brunswick.
Oh, you're the one who's talking, motherfucker.
I just said that.
Okay. Anyways, sorry about all that. Let me be professional for a second. So Cam, doubleheader on Saturday. Warriors against Spartans at Program. Your impression of the matchup against Program? I think that's going to be a really interesting game.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I'm not going to know till Friday morning if I'm even going to be able to be there for the doubleheader.
Really?
Yeah, I promised my kids and my wife I'd take them camping. So if I get the campsite in Front Royal, I'll be there. If I don't, we got to go to PA 2 hours away. I won't be there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so yep. I don't know. I hope so. I'm really pushing to get the one in Front Royal because I want to see the program too. I want to push J-Dub's little scrawny ass around.
He will be there Saturday, and I'm curious to see what Program has, especially considering how you looked last week. How do you feel about potentially going against TJ Williams at quarterback?
I don't care. I had 3 sacks against him when he played against Ruckus. Doesn't matter who you put back there. I'm going to get to him.
That is true. We saw over the weekend the damage you could do, Cam.
I mean, like I said, and it's not just me because I got to give credit to the other guys. Sean Motes is physically gifted and he's smart in the game. They got to double team somebody. They got to double team either me or him, and it leaves Louis and Zabir free on the outside. So you got to pick your poison pretty much, and one of us is going to get through to you. One of us.
hard to go against that. It's hard to go against those that line. That team is just hard to beat. And I feel like the Warriors D line will give the program's O line some problems. We'll see
We're going to.
Saturday when they both face off.
We're definitely going to. I mean, I got full confidence in our D line. I mean, like I said, we've proven that even ADR's offensive line could. And that, I mean, I know they didn't have Boone last year. I think it was last fall or spring or whatever. But they still had
that was Brandon Hyler at quarterback.
Yeah, but they still had their offensive line, and we decimated it. Like, I'm not saying we're the best because, I mean, we let our actions speak. But the thing is you can't double team us all. You can't. We're gonna bring 4. We'll tell you what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? You gotta pick which one you're gonna double team, and then go 1-on-1 and let one come free, pretty much. Unless you run a 2 tight end set, and that's essentially taking a receiver out of the game.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes for the Warriors Saturday. Anything else you want to try to add tonight, Cam?
Nah, not really, man. I'm just excited to get going. You know, it kind of sucks everything that got pushed back, but I think it kind of helped some people, helped some teams. I think it hurt some teams because I think some teams actually played together too much. You know what I mean? That they to the point where they got sick of each other and they started fighting amongst themselves during scrimmages. I think, you know, some teams, it gave them enough time to actually put more of a squad together, like the program. You know what I mean? They got Dion, they got TJ, they got Ant. You know what I mean? They, like J-Dub put together from where they came from and what they were faced with. They came a long way with their recruiting process. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So I mean, it'll be interesting to see, man. Maybe the Spartans surprise everybody and turn it around. Maybe they suck. Maybe Don goes 13-43 or however many fucking games we play. Who knows? You know what I mean? But I think a lot of it's still up in the air, especially with the talk of like an open playoff where everybody's in the same bracket. Anything can happen.
Anything, any given Saturday. I 100% agree.
Yeah, I mean, but nah, man, I'm just excited to get out there and bang with the guys. It was fun to go to Pennsylvania, but those kids ain't built like us. I mean, they're just not. It's not the same.
We'll have more on that later tonight when we do Keystone Corner.
There ain't much to talk about.
Y'all better double check me or
It's my only words of wisdom.
That's our Cam.
That's our first drive of the Browns.
Nah, man, I'm in the best shape that I've ever been in, man, physically and mentally. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm excited.
And we're looking forward to it. Anyways, thank you, Cam, for joining us.
All right, Blaze, let me get off here, man. I got to put these kids to bed. They're getting on my damn nerves. All right, see you.
All right, man. You have a nice night.
You too.
Cam Schiller joining us.
Very professional.
Yeah, where do I buy one? So it was mentioned in the power rankings. Number 2, Misfits. Number 1, Showtime. And your power rankings are some shit, dog.
Mine?
No.
I don't know. What is it?
What's going on, fellas?
Nothing much, man. How are you?
Good, man. Good. Let me. Can you hear me all right, or do I need some headphones?
Oh, no, I can actually hear you. It's really good for once. I never know what to expect when I call people in, you know? It's always random.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. I found some. Let me put these in.
Oh, that works.
Never mind. Those ain't it.
All good, dude. I can still hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
echoing a little bit, but it's not loud, so it's all good.
Oh, all right.
So, anyways, Boone, Showtime had off week 1. Where are you guys going on Saturday?
Yeah, we're headed down to the Charlotte, North Carolina, there for that Top Gun Nationals shit. We're playing the AFFL 7-on-7 style.
Yeah. So 7-on-7.
Yeah, can't wait. I want to try that style. I've never really played the AFFL version. Not at quarterback. I played it last year when it was in Baltimore. I went down with Lucky Whitehead and a bunch of those guys and played. Um, but yeah, I've never played quarterback, so I'm pretty excited to play 7-on-7 quarterback. See how it goes.
Who do you guys have on Saturday?
Oh shit! I don't know none of those 7-on-7 teams. I don't know. We got in 5-man. We got Undisputed Aces. Is who we play.
I watched them down at Richmond. They played main event.
Okay, are they good?
Main event gave it to them. Yeah, I had that game on YouTube if you want the footage of it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely send me that. I need to see that.
Yeah, they gave it to him.
It's gonna be a good tournament down there.
Get it, actually, now that I think about it.
Oh, it's the Bullets? Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to see that. I mean, it's going to be.
So I was mentioning the power rankings.
The Valley Goats are in it.
Number 1.
Shit.
I didn't hear myself in the
Hey.
background, man.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Hold on. See that? I mean, it's going to be.
Oh, we lost him. We lost Boone. He just disappeared. Gone.
Shit happens, bro.
I don't know, man. What do you think, Ross? He's gone.
Boone!
We lost Boone.
It's your old house that will never happen. Was he at his house?
I don't know where he's at. I guess.
I know he recently moved.
I think his phone died or something because he ain't watching the stream.
We all still need to go over there and play video games, dude.
Yeah, I've seen that collection he's got. It's pretty. His collection is pretty legit. I'm not gonna lie. Well, if he's gone, then we'll get him back in a minute. But why don't we just get one of predictions while we're here?
What prediction?
Predictions for this week's games, T. Spence.
Whose games?
All the games. We're in county right now.
All right, I'll help you with predictions. Is Cam still on, or is he
Cam's
just frozen
gone.
in the background? That shit looks creepy.
Yeah, that is kind of creepy. That photo in the background on my laptop.
Yeah. What up, gang? All right, let's do it.
All right, first game. You can't pick it, obviously, the Warriors Spartans. But what are your thoughts on Spartans going to this game, having called that game last weekend?
Who'd they play again?
Program.
Program. Oh, we played both of them?
Yeah, you played both of them, actually,
Yeah, I
Tyler.
didn't even think about that when I was watching the game, for real.
I didn't even realize it.
It's a good doubleheader. That's a tough matchup. It's going to be a fun Saturday. I think the Spartans have too much talent.
Ooh.
Say no. Is that a good drop? Was that a good one?
I was going to save that for the Keystone episode.
They
but we
got,
can still do that.
I don't know, bro. They just got to get it together, I guess. They're going through what everybody goes through. It's growing pains. Offense is the hardest thing to accomplish without having, like, a veteran at quarterback, I'd say, because all the good Broadax teams, ADR, X-Dogs, they all thrive off of veteran quarterback play. You know what I mean? For the last, decade, as long as we know it. Even the Red Knight success came mostly from Andy at quarterback. So, Keenan just ain't been around the game long enough. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of guys who have.
I don't know, man.
There's a lot of people that
Keenan's
can
been
make plays,
around
man.
since 2017.
I don't know. I think the problem with the Spartans is Keenan's plays are like bang or bust. They go for a lot of big plays. But I don't know, bro. That's not my team. That's not my squad. Not my problem.
My personal thing with this game is I just feel like the Warriors' D-line is going to be too much for Keenan to handle. I feel like if Foster can go out there and manage the game well, the Warriors can win the game. Last year they won 20-0. Alex had a clean game. I think you guys can do it again. I give with Warriors once again 20-6.
We're suspect. It's a tough week. It could be a one-score game.
I think it could be 20-6. I feel like
You give no love to the kicker.
20-6 would be nice.
2 field goals.
2 field goals?
Two field goals were
2
counted.
tutties and 2 field goals. Okay.
Yeah. all
Yeah,
love to the
Thad,
kicker.
Thad needs the cookie. That's right, Kenny. Thad needs the cookie all the time.
That's true.
Thad should get the ball until he don't want the ball no more.
Best receiver on the Spartans.
By far.
My pick is Warriors though.
But they got some ballers too at receiver, man. Cause then you got Mason.
Yeah.
You got the one dude who can jump out the fucking gym. I don't know his name. They got the one young boy who everybody calls Revis. They got some ballers, man. They got a bunch of dogs.
But they just can't put it together.
A lot of teams can't, bro. A lot of teams can't.
Gotta wonder what's gonna happen at Sparta. We shall see. Next game. Program versus Warriors. Your thoughts on the program?
These is all like little rivalries, ain't they? Don't nobody like us no more.
Austin program,
But they got history
Warriors
anyway.
program has always been.
Yeah, it's always a tough
It
battle.
really got intense last year when you guys started beating program.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to lose. I mean, I think I can speak for everybody when we say that. Nobody likes to fucking lose.
Yeah, I'm not tired of that, just in case anybody couldn't tell. So we'll see how the season goes.
We will see how it goes. Honestly, my pressure this matchup is
Who's the quarterback?
it has to be T.J. Williams, right?
I thought he left.
Did he?
I don't know, man. TJ crazy.
You think so? I mean, I got to deal with him on Sunday.
Shit happens.
But we'll see what's going on with program. I feel like T.J.
Cam Shifler. I literally have a playlist on my phone that's called Kill Program.
Nice.
He's not lying.
Nice.
Oh, shit. It's going to be a good game. They're both going to be great games. That's double game of the week.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see what the Warriors got.
I'm curious to see what the Warriors got. Like, I was wondering all offseason because I didn't see much of the Warriors. Do you guys even have a team?
We got like 12.
12?
We'll be fine.
We
We
got
beat ADR with
We
like
got none.
15. So
One thing we've
we got
always
experience.
done- one thing the Warriors have always done is show up with at least 9 people.
Yeah,
So
we'll be there.
fine.
We'll be there.
Even back in our worst of days, we showed up with at least 9.
All you got, all you need.
What up, Mr. Butler?
So moving on to the next game, I got Warriors winning this one. Nah, actually, I'm lying. I got program.
Program by
I
a
think
score?
T.J. Williams has a good game.
By a score or 2?
I think I got it by a score. I don't know if the Warriors could handle a doubleheader.
They got a kicker? My kicker putting up 50 this week himself.
I don't know the kicker part. I haven't seen the kicker for program, but T.J. Williams is going to play really well. I feel like Deion Page on the offense and defense.
Is he coming back?
I don't know.
I heard he ain't coming back for them.
Oh, that's a big loss if true.
I don't know nothing.
I don't know either, man. It's hard to tell what's going on
I ain't trying to stir the
in this
pot.
league.
I ain't trying to stir the pot.
I don't know.
Not my team, not my problem.
I'm just going by what I saw. And what I saw on the field on Saturday looked like a really good program team. I think the Cramley take it.
They definitely just beat the Spartans. Boy, them guys are pissed, ain't they? They're mad. I bet they're mad.
From what I heard, it was a sketchy game.
It was a sketchy game. That shit came down to the wire.
That was a
Did y'all see it? That was an
game.
instant classic.
The whole game's on
Let's
YouTube.
say fuck the bullshit.
I didn't watch the whole thing.
Yo.
I came in and out of it.
That game,
Boone says Deion's out.
Deion will be there this week.
He's in North Carolina.
Hey, look, man, that game was a classic. I don't know. It'll be a good
No
game.
Dion.
How much you got them
I
beating
might
us by?
change- I might change my prediction now. No Dion. That's a big loss for program.
We only got like 8 guys showing up. So.
I feel like program takes about 4.
4 points? What the fuck?
Defensive battle. I'm going to go with program 13, Warriors 9.
This guy.
Kyle Marshall makes 3 field goals.
This guy's a fucking communist. You want to talk about stuff like that?
I mean, we are the communist flag football
14,
league.
14 to 9?
Yeah, 13-9. That's 4
13
points.
9? All right.
Moving on, next game. The game, this is a good one. Broadax and Misfits.
God damn, is that going to happen?
That's going to happen.
If Misfits don't beat these niggas by 30, all right, realistically, they got to win by at least 2 to 3 scores, though. They got to. They got to. Simple as that. Misfits got to win by 2 scores. I'm not saying they're going to. I'm saying that's what they got to do. Anything less than that, I'm tired of seeing all the posts.
You got Misfits?
Misfits got one of those teams that, like, you don't know what's going to show up every week, but I promise you it's going to be an all-star team. I promise you. Everybody forgets that year AFN won that chip. I ain't forget that fucking year. I'll never forget that year. We went undefeated and lost
Spring
that bitch. I'll
2018.
never forget that year. That's the season don't nobody talk about. Motherfucking AFN went and snuck through the season. Lost like what, 2 games that year? 2 games in the
Two
season?
games,
Two
program and
games.
ADR.
2 games that season and came out and fucking stole the chip. Hats off to those guys. But everybody think that shit's gonna be sweet. They gonna come out here and smack some teams in the fucking mouth.
It's going to be something. Ross, your impressions of this matchup?
Boone said Misfits got to win by 17.
Ooh, that's a big number.
That's what I'm saying, brother. Y'all got to win by at least 2 scores. Brodax, I think realistically, Brodax don't have the defense to guard these guys.
I don't think they do either.
Yeah, not at all. Their offense will put up some points, but there's gonna be some mismatches out there. There's gonna be some You're gonna see somebody get dunked on. You're gonna see somebody get burnt. Watch, I'm telling you, it's gonna be showtime. It's gonna be wild.
Ross, your prediction?
I agree with that. I think Broadex's offense is there, but I don't think their defense is quite there.
Defense ain't there yet. It ain't there yet.
It's Misfits' first game of the day. They got another one immediately after. Getting warmed up.
Is Tivis talking like he's playing D-line?
Tivis is talking like he's playing D-line.
I keep forgetting that he's
Tivis better play both ways, I think. I don't know.
Remember, Tivis was on Misfits back in 2018.
And he plays with them down at OMFFL, don't he?
Plays on AFN, not Misfits. They're not the same thing.
Yeah, different. Tournaments a lot, but like he's finally just starting to come.
He's saying, yo, Tivis wants all the smoke. We held Matty Ice to 6 points. You all are dumb. Do you think that the Misfits and the X-Dogs are on the same level right now? Or are you just like popping shit? Because I think you're just popping shit. Because it ain't. It ain't. It's supposed to be better than ours. They shouldn't have a close game. They're bringing 2 all-star teams. I mean, look, they gotta put up some points. That's all I'm saying. This is the week. This is a week to pull up. You know what I mean? This is the week to have the roster out there.
Even after my power rankings, which are way different than yours.
Right.
I'm gonna go with Misfits in this one.
I'm gonna go with Misfits too. I just feel like there's too much talent for Misfits to lose this game. Timmy is going to be in for the challenge of his career so far up to this point. He's going to face the best defense he may have ever faced in his career.
He's going to have to play perfect.
He's going to have to. We're going to see where Timmy Townsend is as a quarterback in this game.
That's definitely game of the day. That's going to be a good one.
I'm looking forward to it.
Really?
That's a showdown.
Final game of the day.
Who's taking bets? We'll take bets.
We got Misfits
Brian
and Ruckus.
Swigert does the money line. Misfits and Ruckus? That's a fucking blowout. Ruckus better hope it rains again. They should have asked Pure Chaos to switch them schedules or something. They better hope it, because Pure Chaos want to play. Ruckus might show up with 12 for real. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ruckus they've been good through their scrimmages though. They looked good at least. They've got they might have some surprises. They also got those Brunswick guys. Everybody forgets about that they're not around. So they got some sneaky guys, but they all play semi-pro. So who knows?
No semi-pro Saturday.
Ooh, shit! You gonna get everybody fucking playoff eligible this week? Sheesh. Okay, yeah.
You know what the worst part about week
They still lose though.
Rain out?
What's the worst part of the rain out?
It was supposed to be us and Ruckus the second game of the day, and we switched.
Third. Oh yeah, that's
we
right.
Switched with Don.
Yeah, you switched to Don and program.
It's all right. It's gonna be a great season. Ruckus takes that fucking L though. Misfits beats Ruckus by is there a mercy rule?
I don't think there is. It's like
they gonna call that
32
one.
in the fourth quarter. I think.
Sorry, Ruckus. I love all you guys over there, but y'all gonna get y'all's ass
Are you
beat.
gonna let me stream that one? I want to stream that one.
You want me live for that one?
I want, yeah.
You got the game. It's all yours. That just gives me more energy for later that day.
Ruckus is getting smacked.
Yeah.
What's the next one? There's another one. There's 5 games.
Ruckus. No, I got I got a gig that evening.
Oh, okay.
He's got a gig.
You got a gig. This guy's got fucking gigs.
He also is a drummer in a band called TBT.
What y'all think in the comments, man? Who y'all think is gonna win that matchup
I'm s-
between the Misfits and Broadaxe? They got them right here too.
That's the game of the day.
Damn,
for
that's the
sure.
one right there. Boop 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 boop.
Yeah.
Who wins that game? We're gonna have to put that on the poll. We're gonna have to bring the polls back.
Let's bring the polls
We gotta
back.
bring the polls
Ross,
back.
who you got? Misfits or Ruckus? You're calling the game, but who do you got?
That's it.
I got Misfits.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be rooting for Ruckus though. Just so everybody's. I always root for underdogs, just so everybody's aware. I'm
Just gotta
rooting
root
for
for
Ruckus
some
from now on.
Ruckus will try to put up a fight,
So
but
when you guys watch the live stream, you all get all mad at me because I'm trying to hype up Ruckus. So.
let's put it this way: the last time Adam Malott went against Misfits was 2 years ago with
Misfits
Program,
Misfits
and that was a
definitely
beatdown.
win, but,
I think, yeah, that's gonna be a lot
Misfits
of.
definitely
It's gonna be a
win,
shit
but
show.
I'm gonna be
Misfits.
out there trying to hype up Ruckus.
And that's it for tonight, fellas. We're done. Let's get ready. Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Warrior Spartans. I'll be live.
Same
Game
kind
of
of
the
show.
day.
We got KFFL next.
Oh fuck those guys.
We got another one.
Fuck your team.
Peace.